What's up, everyone? Welcome back to another episode of Unfiltered Waters. And this week we have a very special episode. I wasn't sure we were going to be able to pull it off, but we have the live recording of our very first Unfiltered Waters live podcast with Ryan Lochte, Todd DeSorbo, and Elizabeth Beisel. And there are so many people to thank. I know I've thanked them before, but have to first and foremost thank Elizabeth Beisel. She jumped in for all 2 weeks with me and made it happen, even though she was also doing work with ESPN. She was the on-deck correspondent. She was going to production meetings, and she made it happen, and we are so thankful for her. I have to thank the Federal Way Performing Arts and Event Center for being the best in allowing us to host our very first event with them. The team was incredible. Thank you to Mizuno for being our presenting sponsor, the Seattle Sports Commission, who made the connection, Peter Lasser, who made the connection to them, as well as just everyone else who tuned in and came and attended. I cannot, from the bottom of my heart, thank you enough. And finally, congratulations to my wonderful co-host, Missy Franklin Johnson, for the birth of her beautiful baby girl, Chase. I had the distinct pleasure of getting to go over there yesterday and holding her and meeting her, and she is truly an angel. So that was so fun and so hard to watch that all play out while I was at NCAA's. But this episode is so fun. We want to do more of these. So if you love the show, comment, feedback, all of the things, we're hoping to do that again at World Championship Trials in Indy. But I mean, from Ryan Lochte flying out at like 6 a.m. to be there, Todd DeSorbo taking time in between women's and men's NCAA's. We had so much fun walking through different races, favorite races of ours. Todd takes us through Gretchen's historic 46.97 fly. We get a lesson from Beisel and Violin, guesses on who played the best between the three of us, and just really walked down memory lane and talked through some rapid fire power plays. But I am so proud of what we were able to put on. If there was a video recording the behind the scenes, you would be like shocked, like heels off, running around, getting backdrops up, carrying all the cameras, carrying the cases, like all things that are a part of setting up, a new show and doing it for the first time. And I embraced all of it and only had a couple moments of tears and stress, but overall, so much fun. Final thank you to Emily Cameron, who jumped in at the last minute to make sure that all of this was recorded, to make sure the audio was there. So huge thank you to her. So without further ado, everyone, please enjoy our very first live podcast episode. Sleep is the foundation of our health, but as we all know, sometimes life gets in the way. It's hard to fall asleep or stay asleep, or you just wake up not feeling your best, super groggy and tired. Dream Recovery's mission from the very start has been to provide products that help do just that. Wake up ready to fight and conquer the day. They've designed high-quality mouth tape as well as dream strips. They've got their blue light blocking glasses, sleep masks, all products designed to help you sleep your very best. I want to talk about the dream strips today. So they've got, of course, their mouth tape. They've got their Dream Tape Plus. But I know so many people I hear are so nervous when they hear the word mouth tape, taping your mouth at night. The Dream Strips are an amazing gateway to get you used to having something on your mouth. It's just a singular vertical strip over your lips. It's not scary, and I can say from my personal experience, I was really scared to try it. And now for the last year, I cannot go without it. I fall asleep faster. My nervous system relaxed because I'm breathing through my nose, as we all should, and I wake up feeling awesome no matter what. So we've got a special code for you guys. It's Unfiltered 30, which gives you 30% off of all the Dream products. So try it out and have the best night's sleep ever.
Show. I am so pumped to see you guys all here. Yeah. So, before we bring out our amazing guests, they're all back there. You probably heard one of them laughing very loudly. But I wanted to just do some quick thank yous because today could not have been done without a village of people that help support. So first and foremost, just thank you to the Federal Way Performing Arts and Event Center. The team has been absolute all-stars in every text, every question, every panicked phone call that I've sent them over the last couple of months, and to be here is truly just an honor to be able to be on this stage and have you guys here and have everything work so smoothly. Number two is all of this furniture is been donated by Fusion, and Fusion helps provide shelter and housing for families experiencing homelessness. So
we showed up here last week, all of this furniture was here, and I feel like I'm just like on the set of a Friends episode at Central Park. So loving that, and just truly heartfelt thank you to them. And then finally, to the Seattle Sports Commission. They are the ones that connected me to the team here. They are putting on an incredible NCAAs here with the men's. They just wrapped up the women's, and it was an awesome job, and hopefully some of you guys will be going there, but just truly can't thank them enough as well. So, without further ado, I will bring out my beautiful co-host, Elizabeth Beisel. But before I do, Elizabeth Beisel is a 3-time Olympian, a 2-time Olympic medalist, a world champion, a NCAA champion, and one of the most talented violin players I have ever seen in my entire life. Please welcome Elizabeth Beisel.
So it doesn't matter.
There you go.
Now you can hear me. Thank you guys all for coming out. This is awesome. And I do want to just take a moment to thank Katie for setting all of this up. She is the reason that you are all here tonight. I did not lift a finger.
That is not true.
I lifted the couch. That's all I did.
We did a couple deadlifts with the couch today.
A couple deadlifts. But yeah, this was all Katie's idea, and hopefully this can just grow throughout the rest of this year, next year, get some momentum leading into LA. So we're going to hopefully be around for a little bit. But I have the pleasure of introducing one of my best friends, somebody that I consider to be one of my big brothers that I've swam with my whole life. He is a 4-time Olympian. He's a 12-time Olympic medalist, 6 of them gold, 3 silver, 3 bronze. He is a current world record holder and father of 3. So, Ryan Lochte, come on out here.
Woo! There you go.
I know. Hi. I love you.
Don't be nervous. Don't be nervous.
Sit right here.
Right here?
No, you're sharing the couch. Right here. On this
Wherever
side.
you want.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Okay. So we can hold hands.
All right, finally, we have the head coach of UVA, a 5-time NCAA champion coach. The only other coach to do this is the legendary Richard Quick. And backstage, he was saying he didn't feel like that made any sense, but luck doesn't happen 5 times. So I am so excited to welcome Coach Todd DeSorbo. Woo!
What's up, dude?
Oh, yeah. I'm sorry. All right. Well, first off, thank you two. I know Ryan flew in at 6 a.m. this morning all the way from Gainesville, Florida. So very appreciative of him making the flight. And Coach DeSorbo literally has men's NCAA starting tomorrow. So we can't thank you both enough for being here.
Happy to be here.
Yeah.
Yes. Thank you for having us.
You're welcome.
All right, so we have some really fun things planned for you guys today. One big surprise, but we thought we'd start, since we are here in Federal Way for NCAAs, we thought we'd start with some fun stories as well as some predictions. I thought we'd start with Ryan. I know it's been a little bit.
A very long time.
I won't say the number.
Yes.
But when you think about NCAAs, like what comes to mind? Any memories of wins or just time with teammates?
When NCAAs comes about, it's the fastest meet in the world. Hands down. You have the best swimmers from all over coming together just to compete in yards. And it's the excitement, the atmosphere. It's just intense. It's like, who wants some? Like, come get it. Like, I love it.
Why do you think NC2As is so much more intense than maybe like a World Championships or an Olympics?
I don't know.
But it is though, right?
But it is.
Yeah.
It's like you're going to war, almost.
Kinda.
Yeah.
I mean, Todd, you can speak to
you're
this.
going to war.
Yeah.
You got to be strapped and ready. And I love it. I love that intensiveness, and like you have to get on those blocks, and it's like do or die. Like you got to perform no matter what.
Yeah.
And I love it. I love it.
Do you agree, Todd?
Yeah,
Why is it like
I
that?
mean, obviously, it's a different perspective for me as a coach than an athlete, but I think as the athletes, when they step on the blocks, they're doing it for their team, right? They don't want to let their team down, whereas the World Championships or Olympics, it's just you, and it's all about the individual. At NCAAs, it's about you and all your brothers or all your sisters, and you can't let them down.
Yeah.
Family.
Yeah, what's the difference from a coach perspective of, head coach at the Olympics this summer versus coaching team UVA?
Well, you mean like the NCAA championship compared to the Olympics? Well, it's just the NCAAs is significantly more intense, mainly because it's so compact. It's 3 days, it's rapid fire. You've got people in every heat, and it's like Ryan said, it's war, and there's no love lost. The Olympics is a 9-day event. It's a marathon. NCAAs is a sprint.
Yep.
Yeah.
The Olympics is a marathon. It is, holy cow. By the time you even get to the competition, you're like, we've already been here for 5 weeks. And then you've got 9 days of competition, and you have to, you have to manage emotions in both senses, but the Olympics you have to manage, for a much longer period.
Yeah.
Yeah. Todd, you've been the coach at Virginia for now 8 years, and the last 5 years you have been national champions. So I want to know, and I kind of asked you this after you won your 5th in a row on Saturday night. A, did you ever envision this when you came into coaching? Because you've been in coaching for a while. And B, what does success look like for you as a coach?
Yeah. When I think about it, I've been coaching college for 18 years, which is mind-blowing to me because I don't feel like I'm that old.
You're not. You're young.
When I get home at night, I feel old.
Fair.
So, no, I started coaching at UNC Wilmington, and I did it because I loved it. And I was actually an accountant. I was a CPA. I did tax consulting. I got my master's in accounting. I did tax consulting work for Deloitte. So I don't know if we got any accountants out there. I was a CPA.
Nope.
Did a 180 and went into coaching. Took about a 75% pay cut.
Hold on. Why did you make that move? I need to know why.
Because I was an idiot, I guess.
This job with job security, I don't like it. It's fine.
It was more that I was just really passionate about swimming and coaching and loved it, And even today, I cannot wait to get to practice in the morning at 5:30, 6 o'clock. I say this often, I probably shouldn't, but I've gotten several reckless speeding tickets on the way to practice in the morning because I can't wait to get there because I'm jamming music and I'm excited to get there. So I never, would have thought 20 years ago that I'd be here with you guys because, just even being here with greatness on stage is amazing, right? Or let alone winning 5 national championships or 1 for that matter. Even 5 years ago when we won our first one, I didn't really have an expectation that we would, go 5 in a row.
Yeah.
So, it's been as good as it possibly probably ever could have been.
Yeah, I'd say.
I would definitely say so.
Yeah.
Ryan, so this was my first NCAAs, and I feel like you guys have all been telling me for probably a decade, like, it's just different. It's different in NCAAs, and like night one, I was like, oh my gosh, it is different. Like, it's just like the energy, and then even being in the ready room, I felt like it was just, I don't know, the energy just felt more heightened, but it felt more, I don't know what the word is, just like, more family-like. Like I felt like the teammates in there were just like rooting for each other, and it wasn't like the Olympics where it just feels a little bit like everyone's for themselves in a way. So like, do you have any memories in the ready room with your teammates, or just like a celebration that you had after a race?
Well, at the Olympic stage in the ready room, it's more like relaxed, I feel like, because like I'm going in there hitting swimmers on the head, being like, "What's up? How you guys doing?"
We're very different in the
NC2As, you can't do that. Like you go in and it's just like everyone's just like mean mugging you, like, "Oh, you're going down." I'm like, "Dang, man, pick up." It is so much. It's so more intense at NC2As than anything else. And yeah, I mean, it's so intense. One of my favorite stories, so long ago.
You're not like 80 years old.
It was a long time. It was like over 20
remember it.
Yeah.
Like 20 years.
It was, so I was warming up. It was my 2007. It was going into my, 2006, my last year. And I was warming up for my backstroke event that night, and I did something to my shoulder, and I couldn't warm up. I dove in, took one stroke, and I felt my shoulder pop. And I'm like, crap, what the heck happened? And so I didn't warm up at all. I couldn't warm up. I had to ice it, and I just iced it all the way until my race. So basically, I went cold turkey, and I broke the NCAA record. And afterwards, I was just like, I can't get out of the water. Like, can someone please help me? Like, I was just in so much pain, but like, so many things were like, it didn't matter. Like, if I had a broken arm, broken leg, like, I was doing it like what you said. I was doing it for my family. I was doing it for my team. And nothing was going to stop it. And just that, like, excitement and that, like, feeling of, like, my team cheering me on is something that I'll never forget.
Wow. So moral of the story, don't warm up.
I know, like, I'd be like, I'm good. I'll just ice my shoulder and break an NCAA record. You freak. Do you want to talk about predictions for NCAAs?
Yes.
Is anybody here in the crowd going to NCAAs this week? Woo! Awesome. We love that. It's going to be an insane meet. I think...
University of Florida.
Go Gators.
What?
Sorry. Who said that? That's weird.
I had to.
Wait, Ryan, can you do the gator chomp? Oh, he did
learned.
it. He did it right. I heard he didn't do it right.
The very first time I did it, you're not supposed to do this way. You're not supposed
It's
to go
right over left.
Yeah. I got called out by her. I did it. And
Oh,
she was
yeah.
like,
Yeah.
So if I'm making fun of the Gators, I
You go left over right.
Yes.
oh, okay.
It's like it's a thing.
I'll teach my team that when we go to games
Yeah.
in October.
We'd be honored, honestly, if the Who's were doing
Yeah.
Gator Chomps. We'd be like, did you see Virginia? Like, they're cheering for us. Okay, so for team predictions, I feel like this is interesting because we are coming off of an ASU win with Bowman, and now we are into a new Bowman era where he's at Texas, and they're one of the front runners. Then you have Cal with Durden, who's been there for a while, and Indiana with Ray Luce, who's been there for a while. Like, for you as a coach on deck, what do you think?
Oh, I don't know. I'm excited to watch it unfold and see, how it goes. I don't know. I don't like any of them, so I can't pick one of them.
You're like, that's not Virginia.
I like the coaches, right? I mean, we're obviously rivals with anybody and everybody.
Yeah.
I think Cal, is probably underrated, as they always are coming into this competition.
Mm-hmm.
I think they are probably the team that will outscore their seeds the most. But they're going to have to do that by a lot to probably catch Texas. And Indiana is loaded with a lot of fifth years and transfers and great diving. So, I mean, my prediction is that it's a really, really close battle for first.
Yeah. I have a question about Cal being so underrated coming into a meet. How is it having them in the ACC this year?
Yeah, it was great. I mean, at first, so if you don't know, Stanford and Cal and SMU are now in our conference, and it's wild because it's the Atlantic Coast, and they're coming from California. But the first day that, the day before the meet started, you're just there and everybody's loosening, swimming or whatever, and I'm walking around the pool deck. I felt like I was at NCAAs.
Yeah.
I'm like, why are Stanford and Cal here? That was my first thought process, and then after that, I mean, it's like your normal meet, but it was like our conference meet on steroids this year. It was so much faster, so much more deep. Not on top of that, you have a lot of fifth years that are adding to that depth and top level talent. So I loved it. I mean, I loved having them in there. I think it only prepares, the more competition we have, the better competition we have, only prepares us better for this competition.
Yeah. I want to talk about relays because I feel like the class has been in session all week this past week. Beisel's been teaching everything about NCAAs, but how much strategy and how much up to the last minute are you changing relays across the 4 days?
Not really. I mean, we have a pretty good plan for what we're going to do heading into the competition, unless you see something where like one athlete's a little bit off and another one's really flying, you know, and you might switch things up. You might switch one athlete, but you know, we try to let them know as far in advance that they're going to be on a relay or what order they're going to be on the relay, what leg they're swimming, so that they're prepared. Right? I think that throwing, you know, a curveball last minute is not necessarily the greatest thing. I'll give you an example. The 200 free relay for the women this past week, Gretchen had won the 50 free, but you know, and she'll be okay with me saying this. Her individual event was pretty sloppy. For her, it wasn't as fast. She just didn't execute it great, and so we let her off the relay. We never lead her off. She's never let off that relay, and vice versa, Claire Grzan always leads it off and has never gone on a relay launch on that relay. Anyway, Gretchen led off and had a great swim. She executed it the way we needed, where she was supposed to, and you know, ties the NCAA record. But Claire goes second with a 0.5 relay exchange and was just slow. Like, and 0.5, if you guys know, 0.5 is
That's a
you
lot.
might as well
That's
you might as well be tracked and hand off the baton. And so that's a perfect example of switching it up last minute, and we still won, and it was okay, but I was like, go. Like, you can go now.
She touched.
So for the most part, it's planned, and you know, you stick, as long as things are going well, you stick to the plan.
Yeah.
Obviously, if you need to make adjustments, you do.
Yeah.
Ryan,
Should I tell my story really quick?
Actually, yeah, you should, because it's hilarious.
So I was really bad at relay starts, like really bad. And I didn't swim NCAAs, so the only experience I had was on the 4x200 freestyle relay. And so no one knows this, but in 07 World Championships and then in Beijing in 08, I just asked Natalie to stand next to the blocks and tell me when to go. Like at the Olympics.
No way.
Okay, just like say go, and she'd be like, go, and I would just be like,
No way.
It worked. I mean, Natalie Coughlin is the greatest relay swimmer in NCAA history, I would argue. Well, Gretchen now, but like, I trusted her, so sometimes maybe Gretchen can tell Claire to go next time.
When she hits the wall, go.
You're good. How much did you love relays?
I loved relays.
Yeah, they're the best.
I think it was the one point where, yes, swimming is an individual sport, but it's the one time where you come together as one. And it's not just you. And you and 3 other people have to come together and perform together as one. And I think that's what like family is. You have to come together and be one. And all the relays that I've ever been on, it was so much fun.
Were you the one pumping people up?
No.
No? you were the goofball.
I was the goofball in the ready room that they were like, hey, come on, let's get serious. I'm just like, like twirling my thumbs. I'm like, what are we gonna eat after this?
Yeah, you're like, what's for dinner?
Did you ever like, because I feel like if someone did that to me, I don't know how I would react to that because I was so serious. Like, did you ever piss someone off in the ready room?
Oh, I probably pissed so many people off. Just because so I had like a little like a thing to like psych people out.
You did?
Yeah, now that I think of it, it's like, it psyched so many people out.
Okay, tell us.
Because I'd walk in the ready room, I'd be like, man, I just don't feel good today. I feel like I'm going to do really, really bad.
You said that out loud?
Oh, I say it to all of them. And they're like whispering, and they're like, hey, he's going to stink. Like, we don't have to worry about him. And then I whoop their ass. So that was kind of my thing. And now it got to the point where because I was always in the ready room with Phelps. And Phelps was like, Ryan, shut up. Don't even say it. You're probably going to break a world record. Just leave me alone. Don't talk to me.
And you probably did break a world record. A few times.
It's more like he broke the world record. I was right behind him.
Yeah, I've been there, trust me. I'm always the bridesmaid.
But yeah, that was like kind of my thing in the ready room.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like I'm so gullible, I probably would have been like, nice, like, I'm going to get him.
Yeah,
Like,
like,
that
ooh,
probably would have worked.
finally.
That's what everyone thought, too.
Yeah. Well, that's a great segue.
Yes.
You did break lots of world records, and you still own a world record in the 200 IM.
Surprisingly, yes.
Not surprisingly. 154.0. So we would love it if you could take us through your race and anything you remember. This is 2011, so it's been, what, 14?
14 years.
14 years.
You know, I barely remember what I had for breakfast yesterday.
Well, just
Let's
Live
see.
out,
Let's
live
try
out
to do
your
this,
Rowdy
guys.
Gaines moment
Live out your
and
Rowdy Gaines
commentate
moment.
your race.
So it's up here. So this is in Shanghai at 2011 World Championships, and this is Ryan's.
I'm talking to myself, being like, Ryan,
roll the footage. Roll
you
the
can do
footage.
this. You can do this, Ryan. No. Before going into this race, I knew I was going to win. Just because of the training, I always rely on my training. And
Yeah.
no one could outwork me in the pool. And leading up to this, I was just a beast in the water and swim practice. So I was so relaxed. I wasn't nervous at all. I was really confident knowing that if I was right there in the fly, because the hardest thing, because Phelps is so good at fly and it's so easy, I knew my weapon in this race was going to be my underwaters. That was going to be my key to everything. And I knew if I was right there in the fly and I didn't have a lead on the backstroke, which I tried to do at the very end, but this race, I messed up so many times.
Really?
Like right
Where?
here, you're always supposed to build into the wall.
Yeah.
Especially 50 meters. I did not. I did the opposite. And so I allowed him to catch up to me. But
You're
in
still
this
leading,
breaststroke, if you see my head, I stuck my chin to my chest. And so I wasn't going up and down, and that's a lot of like movement.
Yeah.
And that's what Phelps was doing. So I had a little advantage of there.
Yeah.
And
God, your head is so still.
It's so
yeah.
still.
And then towards the end, I really kind of pushed it in gear. I did more of what you're supposed to do, building. And then this turn,
Yep.
I was like, I'm going to F him up on this turn.
I mean, you did.
And that's what it was. It was my breakout because
Yeah.
we did the kicks, and I looked at him when I pushed off. I was like, for once I can say this, I got you.
Yeah.
Because
I
right
love that
there,
you were
'cause
thinking that.
It's usually I'm playing catch up, but I was in the lead, and
Boom.
Oh,
And then
it was so close.
and then
Look
it
at
was
clap world record.
and then it was that turn, and I looked over him, and I saw him starting to come up, and I was still
Yeah.
kicking. I was like, I can say this. I got him.
Yeah.
I got him. And then once I exploded off that last wall,
Yeah.
it was just, I was praying to the guys. I was like, hey, if anyone's up there, you better help me. you better help me get to this wall. But at the end, he's the hardest competitor ever. Like,
Yeah.
no matter what stroke it is, what event it is, he will race you till you can't. And it was so much fun. And once we touched, I was like, yes, finally! Finally! After coming in second so many times, it was just worth it because I knew it. I knew
Yeah.
it because I did the training. I worked my butt off the year before, the 2 years before that, and it just paid off.
Yeah.
First of all, you don't look a day older.
Truly.
Oh my God! Hey, thanks, buddy. Thanks, buddy. Because these gray hairs are coming in.
Were you more excited about beating Phelps and winning, or the world record?
Ooh.
That's a good question.
That's a great question.
Who had the world
No.
record? Prior to
I
that?
know. Who had it? Was it Michael?
Oh.
I think it was Michael, or it was.
Was it you? And you broke your own?
I broke it in 2009, and then I think Phelps broke it in 2010, and then I broke it back in.
Okay,
11,
okay.
I think.
I didn't know. I just remember that was so huge because it was one of the first records that went down from the supersuit era.
It was the first record to go down from super suits.
Yeah.
And this meet was if you had one meet to say, like, what's your best meet that you ever had, that was this one.
Yeah.
It was when I won like 5 golds, beat Phelps multiple times when we had head-to-head, and yeah, it was like my meet.
Yeah. I remember watching that. I was so pumped for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, but to go to your question, I think it was beating him, because I knew the world record was going to happen. And
Whoever
especially
won
when
is
you're
gonna-
racing Michael Phelps, like, you're about to break a world record. It's just, that's how it is. He's that fast. So beating him, I was like, because it doesn't happen, really. And when it does, it's like,
I mean, you're one of the few people that can say that.
yeah.
Yeah.
So, but yeah, I mean, I wouldn't have done that if it wasn't for him.
Yeah.
We both push each other. We both bring the best out of each other, and yeah, it was awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was actually my question. I was going to ask, like, how much better did you two make each other?
You know, everyone says, "Oh, you're right." Like, if Michael Phelps wasn't there, you'd be Michael Phelps. Like,
People
you'd
do
be
say that.
People,
but,
yeah.
But would I? If you think about it, would I? Because what made us so better than everyone else is that we knew, even though we weren't training together, we were thinking, be like, he's coming. Like, I know he's like Ryan's coming for me, and I was like, I gotta get Phelps. Like, I gotta catch him. So we're always like in the back of our minds training to become better than what we were the last day, and we start like beating our body up over and over and trying to just better ourselves. And if it wasn't for him, I don't know if I would be as good as I was, just because I had a target. I had something to strive for.
What
So I don't know if I could.
was he your main motivator while you were training?
He was one of my main motivators, because every event I did, because I wanted to be not just, I could have been the best backstroker or the best freestyler, but I wanted to be the best swimmer, one of the best swimmers in the world. And in order to do that, you have to do every stroke, basically. And that was the challenge, and it was Phelps. Phelps is the best swimmer.
Yeah.
So I was always trying to like achieve him, and like even in practices, like after a hard set, I'd be like, oh, I know Phelps is probably doing one more. I got to do another one. Like, because we were always pushing each other. And I think that's why, if you saw that world record, like, it was me and Phelps, and then 5 seconds later was the rest of the field. And that's how it was while we swam.
Yeah.
Because we pushed each other so much, and we brought the best out of each other.
Yeah. It was amazing to watch.
Yeah. It was
Like-
such a fun era.
Yeah. Yeah. You want to go to yours? Or is it mine?
It's yours.
Oh, mine's
So
next.
let's set this
So
up.
I get to pick my favorite race, and it's actually really special because I think any time that somebody can make the Olympic team, it's like a dream come true. Was it for you? Like your first time making the Olympic team, it's like such a cool moment.
I had like 2 large pizzas after that. Man, I was celebrating. I was like, woo!
Like dinner's on me.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Like you don't sleep that night. Like you're
No.
just beyond
No.
stoked. And so when Katie kind of had this idea of pulling some races that we all wanted to talk about, like she asked, "What's your favorite race of your career?" And mine is making the Olympic team in 2008. And I got second in the 400 IM. And I have to tell you all this because Katie is going to think that you all thought that she chose this race because she wins and breaks the world record. But
Spoiler alert.
she does win. But it's like the best moment ever because I got to make the Olympic team and I got to do it with, at the time, my idol, and now my best friend. So it's like, it's very full circle. So you can roll the tapes. This is my job, so we'll see how good
400
I am
IM
at it.
2008, long time ago, Olympic trials. Look at baby Beisel.
That's baby Beisel in the Speedo super suit.
You were 15?
15, adjusting my goggles like
No other.
way too much, yeah.
That was your thing, though, wasn't it?
I guess. Katie always pushed hers in.
Yeah, you always like
Omaha.
shoved your goggles into
Always.
your braid.
I did. You'll see in a second.
I always remember that.
Right.
Always.
No, you can actually see when I pull my goggles down, you can see like intense indentations into my
Yeah.
forehead.
Oh, you know what? This is actually a fun fact. Before this race, so this is my first Olympic trials. This is night 1 of trials. I'm 15. I don't even have a license. I threw up like 45 minutes before this race because I was so nervous.
What?
Oh, yeah. All on my friend's foot, Laura Sogar's feet. Oh, my God. And because it's like, this is the moment, right? Like, this is, even at 15, I knew that I wanted this since I was a little kid.
It's also so cruel to have 400 IM on night 1 of Olympic trials.
No,
like,
I love it.
Just,
get it out
you
of the
love
way.
it.
Make the
Oh.
team
And it
go.
still is.
It still is
today.
Yep. So this 100 fly, and I feel like Katie, you and I we can kind of go off of each other because we're both in the race, but I knew that fly was my weakest. So if I could just be with the pack, I was like, okay, that's step 1.
Same. I mean, to this day, it's still the American record. I would say 25 people at Olympic trials this past time were under my record pace at the 200. So,
I can't tell you guys, and I'm comfortable saying this. My goal in life was to break Katie's American record. I never did it, but every time I swam, I was like 3 seconds under American record pace at the 200. And I'd see the line because, like, so often at these big meets, there's a big scoreboard.
Oh, you could see the line when you swam?
Oh my God, yeah. I would watch my splits and everything.
Oh my God.
I was the worst. I was the worst. So at this point, I'm like, all right, I'm with the pack, right? I'm not in last. This is good. Backstroke is like my ace in the hole. I got to take over backstroke now.
And at this point, are you seeing the scoreboard?
Absolutely.
What?
You're looking at the Jumbotron the whole time?
The whole time.
So you know,
because, dude, think about it. Like, you're in a long course pool. These lanes are how wide? Like, I don't know, 7, 8 feet. So I don't know what's going on in lane 1 or lane 8.
Well, now you're feeling great.
Oh, I'm feeling great right now.
Wait, so which lane are y'all in?
So
We're in the
Beisel's
middle.
winning right now, and I'm right next to her in the white cap.
Okay.
Yeah, so I flip first, Katie flips second. There's a Jumbotron right here. So I see my split, and I'm like, okay, I'm winning. I'm in first. I split 33, whatever, on backstroke. This is
great
good.
memory.
And now at this point, I'm like, all right, I'm in position to make this team, but Katie Hoff has a killer breaststroke, and Julia Smith, who is just above Katie, is insane on breaststroke and freestyle.
Yeah,
So-
tell me what you told me last night, where like what you were thinking.
This is a great view because I peek underwater.
Yeah. Oh, is it here?
Oh, it's in the replay.
No,
I looked underwater off
yeah.
this is such
On the
a
pull-up?
rookie. Oh, yeah. Like a straight rookie.
And then, at this point, this is where I'm like, okay, I have to make a move right now because my first 200 is pretty mediocre.
Yeah, but I feel like if you're you and your first 200 is mediocre and you flipped where you flipped, you feel good.
No, I feel good
Yeah.
about this. Like, I felt you. I was like, okay, she is in. I never told you this. After your prelim swim, you went a best time, and she was ranked first. I was like a little like, oh no.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
That's an honor. Yeah. I didn't even mean to scare anybody. I just, I was just doing my thing. So at this point, I'm like, oh, wow, I'm like sticking with Katie. That's really great. But Julia Smith up there in lane 3, she's definitely creeping, and I can kind of feel her. But
At what point are you like, I got it?
not until the last 50 freestyle.
Not until the last 50?
Yeah, because I know Julia she's going to come home.
At this point, this is where the pain is just really setting in.
Yeah, like I've got 4 IM. Like, so this is part right here is
You're
where
like, oh.
you're in
Yeah.
a lot of pain.
A lot
Like,
of
What
pain.
is going through your mind right now?
Right now, I'm like, okay, 100 to go.
Do you know you're set now? You're like, I'm making the team.
I know I'm making the team, but like I told you this last night, at this point I was like, I am in so much pain. My first 50 is great, I'm pulling away from her, but I'm still not for sure, because I don't know what's gonna happen in the last 50.
You think I'm going to catch you?
This is
What
funny.
am I splitting? Like a 54?
I don't know what you have in the
I'm not
tank.
even in the frame.
I don't know what you have in the tank. No, and then I'll tell you exactly what's going through my mind here. I'm like in a world of hurt here, and I'm like, well, at this point, if she wants it, she could take it.
Where is she, folks? Where is she? No, this 50 is to this day, the best 50 of my life.
Yeah,
I'm
so you-
smiling underwater.
Oh.
I'm like, oh, God. It's like, I am jazzed up. I don't like care what I go.
Yeah, I
I'm gonna
mean,
start crying.
Oh my God, really?
Yeah, because I know the
And
feeling. I
it's-
know the excitement
it's just
of, like,
relief.
Oh my God, you
you're
are
making-
crying.
Yeah, because it's very emotional. Like, you trained your
Oh.
ass off.
Oh.
And you finally made the Olympic team. Good job.
At 15, I finally made it.
You did it. I'm proud of you.
Good.
And this is our hug is my favorite
Oh,
part.
and this is us hugging. We're so cute.
Yeah.
So
How
young.
old were you?
I was 19 here. Yeah.
And Katie almost
You were
hits me in the
15.
face after right here, but she's very polite about it. Oh.
Yeah.
I do want to say, just for the replay, to show you what not to do.
They might
At the
keep it
Olympic
going.
trials.
I don't know if I cut it off or not, but
Oh,
they
if
might
you cut
keep
it
it
off,
going.
that's fine. Yeah,
but you can
they cut it off, it's fine.
Illustrate the story.
I literally, off my turn on breaststroke, I'm like this. I like to look at the scoreboard. I like to know my
You're
splits.
looking around.
I like to know where everybody else is at. I take my pull out and I go. I'm not kidding. It's probably on YouTube. You
There's
can
a
look
lot
later.
of things that have been said so far where, like, if you're an age group swimmer, please do not repeat.
Yeah.
Don't warm up. Look
Yeah,
at
like
the
learn from us, all right? But yeah, best like favorite race of my life. Like that was so fun.
Oh, that's so special.
It was so
didn't-
fun. I made Ryan cry.
Yeah.
No.
We were friends then. You were like a big brother to me though at that
I'm
point.
still your big brother.
Yeah, you're still my big brother. That's true. That's true.
All right, last but not least. So I asked Coach DeSorbo in the last night of NCAAs, well, like, you're not swimming, but like, do you have a favorite race of your athletes? Which I feel like is picking like your favorite child. So I feel like it's a very difficult thing. But who watched Gretchen Walsh break the American record in the 100 fly?
Crazy,
Okay.
right? Yeah.
Crazy.
I haven't. I'm
Well,
excited
you're
to see
about
it.
to, yeah.
You're about to. So
I'm gonna sit down and just enjoy this. Come on, let's play it.
Roll the tape.
roll the
This
tape.
is awesome.
So
It's so fast, you blink, you watch out.
I know.
So if you
short- the
could,
short
any insights or any thoughts of like things she was working on, or you talked.
You know, I can't even, it's going to go by so fast.
I
can't even really
know.
talk
We can
about
play
it,
it
but
twice if you want.
She,
Holy crap.
you know, last year was the first to ever go under 48. And her whole goal this year was to try to be the first to go under 47 and go 46. And the whole race is unbelievable. Like even if you look at every one of her splits, it's like, and you want to listen to Rowdy, because Rowdy's like, 9.8, oh my, she's 9.8 the first 25, which is absurd.
Yeah.
Look at that. Her first 50 was 21.6, which would have made the A final in the 50 free. So the one.
Yep, that beats me. Oh, wow.
I would
That was
say
awesome.
Gretchen's done a lot of freakishly awesome things, particularly in short course, but I think this is the most impressive, and that's why I put it up there. But
Look at you.
There's a lot of things that happened here that I'll go through real quickly, and then you can watch it again and you'll see it if you want.
Yeah.
But the one thing we changed from this last year to this year was I forced her to not breathe the first stroke on her breakouts, right? You guys, if you're young swimmers, you know that you shouldn't breathe the first stroke. She breathes every stroke. Last year and up until this meet, this was the first time she ever went not breathing the first stroke. And I'm like, Gretchen, you're 47.3 in 100 fly. You're going to have to be perfect to go faster. We've got to figure out something to do to make you a little bit faster. And I was like, just don't breathe the first stroke. That will make you faster. So she does it here. She did it in prelims as well, but this was the first meet she's ever done that. After the 50 free, she was really excited for the 100 fly because she said, it's a race I can control. I know exactly what I'm doing. She knows her exact kick count. She knows how many strokes she's going to take. 4 strokes, 5, 5, 5. She knows exactly, and she'll nail the walls. After the 50 free, I was getting text messages from people. She's going past 15 meters. She's going past 15 meters. Like, no, she's not. She didn't disqualify. She knows what she's doing. It's basically perfection. But were anybody raise your hand? Were you in the building? Was anybody in the building? Okay, so the scoreboard went out.
Yes.
So we're about to see the most phenomenal short course yard woman event in history. And the scoreboard goes out, so you have no idea what the splits are.
Right.
What were you thinking at that point? Was there anger?
I was pissed.
Yeah.
Yeah. You're like, come on.
So they're showing this, is what they're showing. They're showing the ESPN stream,
Yes.
no splits. But in the corner, I don't know if it was on there, in the little box in the corner is the leader's time at each leg. And so I just remember she's hitting the wall at the 25, and I'm like,
Yeah.
9.8, yes!
Right on schedule.
And I'll count her strokes. So 9.8, and then I'm 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 21.6. I'm like, oh, she's got to go real fast. She comes off the wall, you know, I'm counting strokes, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I'm like, now I'm doing math. I'm like, 33.0, 12.5, 12.5. We're good. Let's go. That's when I get excited, right? And then obviously she hits the wall. But if you watch this video again,
Yeah, can we watch it? Can we roll it one more time?
at the very end of it, she goes,
Yeah.
she had no idea.
Yeah,
No,
I love
the
that
scoreboard,
reaction.
yeah.
The scoreboard's out.
So when did
So
what was
she
her
looks
hitting
to
the bar?
us. She looks to our, that's when she went like that, she looks over at us on our side, and I went like this to hold 6 up.
Oh,
And that's when she was like,
So good.
that's when she slammed the
Oh,
wall.
wow.
But
9-8. I wish we had
Is it
a.
over there? Yeah, it's over there.
Yeah.
So this is what we're watching.
that's so crazy.
So, and you can see she's not breathing the first stroke.
How many kicks is she taking off each wall?
I think she does 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
She goes
6,
deep.
7, 8, 9, I think it's 11. 3, 4, 5. This is when I'm doing math. 21.6, 12.5, 12.5. I'm like, okay,
Yep.
she's going to do it. She's going to do it.
34-1 is crazy at the 75.
It's just,
Look at that.
it looks like she spins on, like every time I see
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
So watch. She looks at the scoreboard. There's no time. Then she's like, that's when she looks over at us.
Oh, that's amazing.
That.
Wow.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's awesome.
I don't know if that's my favorite all-time swim, but she has done so many impressive things, particularly short course, that to me is the most impressive swim she's ever done in short course.
How, at this level, does she continue to improve at such a high rate? Like, she's dropping over a second in a year.
Yeah, and that's why this to me is one of the most impressive swims, because to go 47.3 last year. So, you know, I had Kate Douglas, who won the NCAA title 2 years ago and broke the NCAA record, and then Gretchen won it last year and beat that record by a full second.
Yeah.
So the second fastest woman ever is a full second behind her, and it's Kate Douglas, who's the
Kate Douglas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then she just dropped another 0.4 off of it, you know. And so when you guys know this, like when you get to that level, to just improve by 1/100 is
Phenomenal.
you
Yeah,
love
you're
it.
like pumped.
Anytime you go a PB, you're a PR, you're like it can be by 1/100th and you're going to be happy. And so for her to drop as much as she did, another 0.4, I think that was probably her biggest goal the entire meet. But it's just about details.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And again, like I talked about the 50 free the night before that, she didn't execute a very good race, and she ended up doing it in the relay later. And I think had she done that in the individual race, she might have gone the 19. But it had to be perfect.
Isn't
right?
that
Well, what were
silly?
the details that she didn't execute on the individual?
50?
Yeah.
So, and again, this was a last minute change. She swam the prelim race, and we watched the video, and I was like, we basically we kind of changed her whole strategy, not from her start and her kick out stuff, but her first 25. She usually takes 6 strokes, and she was getting so much out of her legs that the 6th stroke it actually wasn't helping her. She was taking it and then going right into the flip. She wasn't taking it, actually pulling, so it wasn't doing anything. So I'm like, we got to go 5 strokes. And then one less on the second 25 as well. We added a kick or two to the second 25.
Yeah.
And she dove in, and she was super deep, and her breakout was bad, and she went 6 strokes, and it was just, I was like, I could tell the 25 it wasn't going to be a record. But she came back and let off the relay an hour later and executed it perfectly and went a good bit faster. But I think if the first one had been executed that way, it would have been something pretty special.
Yeah, I
But
could
it's
tell she was a
53.
little meh.
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
it's hard to be as good as you can possibly be. You can make mistakes in 100 or a 200 or a 400 and make up for them.
Yeah.
In a 50 you can't, right?
There's no time.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think I would. The more I hear, I'm like, I don't know if I would want to be a 50 freestyler. It sounds nice, but then when you talk like that, you have to be perfect.
Yeah.
Especially at that level, like when you're
Yeah.
when you're already that fast, like how are you going to improve? And at that point it becomes about perfection, and nobody's perfect.
Yeah.
Yep.
So
Yeah.
You know who's perfect?
Well, that right there looked perfect.
That
was
damn
I'm not gonna
perfect.
if there's a perfect race, she
That.
executed
Yeah,
right.
that's
Yes,
it.
That
Yeah.
was it.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
You know who's perfect?
Who?
You on the violin.
Oh my gosh. So, we have a little surprise. I'm not playing because you are.
What? I don't know.
Okay. So I have my violin with me. I'm doing the national anthem at the meet on Friday night. And I thought it would be nice if I could see out of the three of you who was the best at violin.
Oh, you weren't playing. You really want us to play?
Yeah, I'm dead serious.
She's going to teach us, and then you guys are going to vote who plays
We don't
the
know
best.
how you're gonna vote, but it'll be like
by cheerleader.
I hope it's not worth much because we may break it.
it's worth a lot.
It's worth a lot.
Yeah,
and there's
but-
I ain't touching it.
You have to touch it.
there's dust in it
me
from
a
like the
drum or something?
1700s.
Yeah,
play
it's
the
from
drums.
17. Does anybody here play violin? This is like such a pivot from like a swimming event.
But it's so
sorry.
fun. I mean,
It is. And you know what? I'm gonna test you guys and
I'm just going to brag about Beisel for a second.
No,
like the
that's-
fact that she is an Olympic medalist and now pivots to play the violin and is world class at the violin. Like how many people out there can do both? Like
well, it
the
helps when you
creative
started at 3 years old.
Okay. Well, I just think it's
No, I know.
insanely impressive, and
Okay.
I just wanted to give you kudos.
Thank you.
because
Thank you. I know that's what we do. All right,
Yeah.
so we are going to be doing a little hot cross buns.
Well, I don't know.
I don't know what that is.
Yeah.
Or Mary Had a Little Lamb.
Yeah, Mary
Mary
Had a
Had a Little Lamb. You know that song,
Yeah.
okay?
Yeah.
So,
so excited.
How do you hope?
No
How do you-
practice?
how do
so
you-
no practice.
just cold turkey.
I'm gonna cold turkey.
put your
You're
chin
good
on
at
it?
cold turkeying.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're gonna put it under your left chin, okay?
Left chin.
Left chin. Watch out for the mic. There you go.
Okay.
Already a natural. Okay, so you're gonna hold the bow.
Give me this.
It's a joke.
Give me
guys.
the stick. It's a bow. And this
bow.
is made out of horsehair. Kind of cool.
This is very uncomfortable.
It shouldn't be.
Yeah, why are
Okay.
you so like crushed?
No. This is actually good. So you're gonna, and this is good for you too.
No, I'm
'cause
watching,
take
I'm watching.
note,
I wanna-
class is
I
in
wanna win.
session. So you're gonna want to play in between this
Oh,
like
these are-
inch and a half.
That sounds actually good.
It's actually not bad.
Best.
If I lose to Ryan, I'm gonna be so mad.
Okay, but now we have to be, okay, so fingers off, okay? You're not done. It didn't even start.
Wait, she's not done yet?
No, that one we didn't even start the lesson. Okay, so it's gonna be open on this string. So no fingers.
No finger?
Yep. Then go to the next string. And then put your first finger down right here.
Beep.
Nope, other one.
Beep.
And then
Oh!
lift it up.
That was kind of like Mary.
Well, all right. So you
Can
go.
you do that? So
That was good, wasn't it?
that was so good, babe. You got it. All right. Todd,
So,
Hey, watch me.
if this was a saxophone,
did you play sax?
that'd be great. And
Are you a jazz
know,
band
one
guy?
One time at band camp,
Ooh. Tell us more.
um,
We'd love to know.
I played drum
'Kay.
in, the snare drum in the band, and I was part of the marching band my freshman year in high school, and then swimming took over.
So you
But I
have a
have
musical
zero rhythm.
background.
Oh, you should. I sing a lot at practice, and
Okay.
and the girls are like, "It's just terrible.
It's garbage.
Can you please
Yeah.
stop?"
All right. Well, then
I have
instruments
zero.
are your friend.
Wait, how do I do this? How am I
Okay,
doing?
so under your left chin.
Left chin.
Left.
Yep, you play. Are you
Is
like?
that this side? Left.
Yes.
L for
Yeah.
left.
Okay, but a little bit more like not angled so much. Yeah. That's good. Tuck it under. Like get that. There you go.
Get up in there.
Like, stay down. Woo!
Oh, yeah.
Okay. So you're gonna play on this string.
Oh,
Those are your
let's
first
do
two.
that.
We can block it.
Oh, see, I got it.
Does it hurt the violin
No.
to pluck?
I don't
Okay.
know how the song should go.
You don't?
No.
Okay. So Mary had a little lamb. Right?
All right, everybody, all together.
Okay. So actually, you're doing great. Hold on. Let me give you a little. So twice, and then to the string. Okay, now.
Then where?
Now
Hurry up
you're
before I
gonna
forget.
you're gonna stay on that string. Put your first finger. Nope. Move it down a little bit. You're so tense.
I know. I'm at a swim meet.
Just relax.
That doesn't sound good. That does not sound relaxed.
And then lift up your finger.
All right.
That was.
Whoa!
Okay,
wrong way.
maestro.
Wrong way.
That was
was
all right.
good.
That was badass.
That was good.
That was really good. Oh, now I have to do it after laughing at everybody.
Yeah, but it's only going to get better as it goes
So,
this way.
Yeah.
so it's left.
Left chin, yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Can I have another lesson later?
Absolutely.
Pretty
You're
cool.
not busy this
Pretty
week.
cool.
Yeah. Okay. So.
Hold it like that.
Nope.
Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Where's Peter Lasser? Peter Lasser, this is your birthday present. You're next. So you want it to be like a little more.
Like a pencil?
Like a pencil, yeah.
Okay.
And then you're gonna play on this string. Open, but up here, yep. Then the next string. Move your fingers. Move your fingers. No. Yep.
Okay.
Okay. And then first finger right here. Nope, right where mine is.
Oh. Where now?
A little bit lower, you're gonna be sharp.
I'm so bad! No, you're not! Okay, well, let me start over.
Okay. But remember, play right here. What are you doing up here?
Yeah, you keep moving it.
I feel really good about myself right now. I appreciate this.
Everyone clap.
Well, the people,
But
the
you're a
people are
world
gonna
record
vote. So, I don't know. Maybe somebody will give you pity points. Maybe. So,
Let's see you do it.
Mary had a little.
you do it, and then we'll do the applause meter for these
Well,
two.
okay. Yeah. Hopefully, I can play this. This room sounds so good because it's a live room. I was practicing national
It was.
anthem in here
I
earlier,
walked in on her practicing,
and I was like, "Oh my god, I'm the best." Okay, so this is how it should sound. It's very simple. Please don't
That's
clap
how
for
it
that.
starts.
That was. Thank you.
That was good.
So
All right.
that
Well,
that
thank
was.
you for our amazing
You're
lesson.
so welcome. Who thought Ryan was the best? Who thought Todd was the best?
Champ!
Hold on, you haven't won the race yet, buddy. Who thought Katie was the best?
That's a good whistle.
Yeah, sorry.
That was impressive.
That was really
Sorry
good.
if I just
Everyone was just
blew
like,
your guys'
you're on a
eardrum. I
mic.
forgot the mic.
When did you learn that?
I thought I had a good whistle.
Oh, mine? Here.
Oh no.
Oh, no. That was, wow.
I learned from my dad.
Oh, your dad taught you.
Yeah.
How long have you known how to do that?
Since I was like 16.
Wait, that should be the next lesson.
I have, so,
What?
wait, I
what?
got a story about this.
I'm teaching my son how to do it, but
Oh, God.
I shouldn't because it's like 2
Yeah.
a.m. in the morning. It's like,
Yeah.
I'm like, shh, go to sleep.
My first year in coaching, I was like, I gotta learn how to whistle.
Yeah, you do.
Because like you can't just yell the whole time, you lose your voice.
Yeah.
And so for probably 2 weeks straight, I would just walk up and down the deck doing like, and I multiple times almost passed out. Because you're just like constantly
using
doing
so
this.
much
Oh,
air.
yeah. But once you get it, it's so great.
Can you do it without?
Nah, I have to use my fingers.
See, my dad can do it without. I'm like,
Yeah, I don't know how to, I can't do
Yeah.
that.
You did it with your fingers?
Oh,
I can do it all four things.
Yeah.
There's your own little. You don't even need the violin. You're fine.
My swimmers will start. They'll be in the pool during practice trying to do it, and I'm like, stop! You're gonna drown.
Yeah, like,
Like I almost passed out on the pool deck trying to do this.
and I'm not swimming. Yeah.
can you whistle at all?
No, I can't at
No,
all. Yeah.
I can't.
So
Just
yeah,
clearly, I'm not musically gifted whatsoever.
Well,
cannot
yeah, we
sing.
learned that tonight. Just kidding.
All right. Well, true to Unfiltered Waters form, we're going to do our little power play section. So we've got some questions to get to know you guys even better. So the first question will go to Ryan. What is a red flag of your personality, and what is a green flag?
A red flag.
Yep.
Oh. Try to think of what my kids or my wife does. A red flag?
Yeah, like someone would be like, oh, Ryan does this. That's a red flag.
Ryan does this. Candy. Something with candy. Eating candy.
Like you eat too much candy?
I eat way too much candy.
Okay.
I have a big sweet tooth.
That's his red flag.
That's your red flag.
That's my
Okay.
red flag.
That could be worse. And then what's like a green flag? Someone would say. Like a great quality of yours.
I don't know. What
Why are you looking at me?
I don't know.
You are the
very-
most giving person ever.
Yes.
Yeah. I guess you could say that. I'm very giving.
Can you say it like more like you believe it?
No, like if you're having a bad day, I can cheer you up. Like I can give you, I don't know how to, not life. I could give you like
Good vibes.
good vibes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, you know the story I tell most about you when people ask me about you? I say, like, you're the one guy that would be at a swim meet at the end of a 4-day meet of like a pro series or nationals, and you would stay there till every last kid got an autograph, and it would be 2 hours, and no one else did that.
No. I love that. Because like still to this day, I've signed millions, taken millions of pictures, but
Yeah.
when someone comes up and some kid says, hey, can I take your picture? I'm like, wait, me?
Oh.
Are you serious? Like, so it's still, to me, the very first time, because when I was 8 years old, it happened to me. I'm not going to say the person, but it was a swimmer, and I asked for an autograph, and he said no. And I broke down in tears. I was crying. I was like, if I ever get in that position, I never want to be that person that says no, because I know what that feels like.
Yeah.
So now every time I do it, it's like the first time I'm ever doing it, I'm like, dude, this is so cool. Like,
Yeah.
me? Awesome.
Yeah.
So,
Love that.
You are.
Red flag, green flag.
Oh, I would say it's actually the exact same thing. I've said this before, but I have a superpower, and it's also my Achilles heel, and that is the ability to move past something immediately. So it's a green flag because it's like if something doesn't go well, like I'm over it, or somebody makes me mad, or somebody makes a mistake, or whatever. Like 2 minutes, I'm over it, and we're good. On the flip side of it, we just won a national championship, and I'm like, well, what are we going to do next year? I'm not, so I've gotten better about it, but I struggle to like appreciate, things that go really well.
Wait, so
I almost like that, because that reminds me of like my swimming. Like no matter what, at the end of the season, I win gold medals, I got world records. After that meet's over, I'm like, I didn't win anything.
Yep.
It's time to go on to the next season.
0-0.
So you're always hungry. You have that Mamba mentality, that lion mentality, and I think that's badass.
But also on the other side of it, because I'm like that. But then how do you how do you spend time like in the present and appreciate the moment?
Right there, right when it happened. Woohoo!
Yeah. Yes. True, right?
Yeah.
When you hit the
True.
wall.
I think that's one of the things that I've learned throughout my whole entire career, the do's and don'ts, the ups and downs that I've had, that no matter what in life, we're all going to get knocked down at one point in life. There's no ifs, ands, or buts, but it's not how you get knocked down, it's how you get up and keep moving forward. And as long as you keep moving forward, no one can stop you. And if you got the highest highs, you're still moving forward.
Yeah.
And you want something bigger and better, and that's that hunger mentality, and that's what you got to have.
Yeah.
To become the best.
I will go back and sometimes randomly watch a race like that,
Yeah.
Just it probably more just to get me hyped up. I
Yeah.
enjoy that. But also, I like to hear what Rowdy's saying or whatever, right? Just like because it's very different.
Yeah.
Being there in the moment, watching it, and being amped up for it, but then going back and being like, all right, I kind of want to hear the commentary on this. I want to hear Rowdy. Go 9-8. 9-8.
She would have been in the 50 freestyle final.
Yeah, if you're having a bad day, that'll pick your day up.
Yeah. I love that. Should I go next?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Katie. You're funny. Would you rather wear wet socks all day or have a kernel of popcorn stuck in your teeth all day?
Ooh, wet socks.
What?
That's what
You'd rather have wet
I've
socks?
had a kernel stuck in my teeth. It's uncomfortable the whole day.
Okay, but wet socks the whole day?
You're a swimmer.
That doesn't mean I like wet socks.
But you're used to it.
You live in
you're
wet
used
socks.
to it. Yeah.
Like all day?
Yeah, like all day.
Or a
I will
kernel.
say, I actually bring an extra pair of socks to work every day because I know at morning practice my socks are going to get wet. So I just get
Oh,
rid
so
of
you
them.
don't go home between practice?
I don't typically. No, I'm
Okay.
grinding. I'm trying to figure out how to win.
I love that. I mean,
But I would rather have wet socks too.
Yeah.
Because at least wet socks aren't painful. I think a kernel is like.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You'd be like,
I'm sorry, like what?
that was my answer. Okay, would you rather forget your worst memory or remember your best memory better?
remember my best memory better.
Agree.
Yeah, that's what we said.
Because it
Yeah.
happens so fast.
Yeah.
I know.
Like you can't
Yeah.
celebrate. You can't be like, what just happened? Like a blink of an eye.
Wait, what is your best memory,
When my son was born.
Caden?
Yeah.
What about you,
I was
Todd?
going to say the exact same thing.
What's yours?
That's really sweet. My best memory?
Yeah.
I don't know, there's so many.
Let's get the.
Which is a good thing. I've had a good life, you know? I'm lucky.
Okay, you're like, I don't even have any like bad memory. I've had a good life.
I'm pretty good, you know? Like, no, I think like if a best athletic memory is what we watched earlier. Like
Yeah.
that's so cool.
Yeah.
Best life memory, like I don't have a family, so like children. Maybe my wedding.
Yeah.
It was a good day.
It was a great day.
Yeah, it was a fun day.
So fun.
It was great.
I wasn't invited.
Well, you had to do that in front of all these people? Like,
I don't know if it was great.
we'll talk about it later. Yeah, you're like, I'm sure it was great. I wasn't there.
I
but-
appreciate the violin lesson.
Yeah,
I made
thanks.
up for it.
You know, the mail at the post office, it just didn't make it. You know how slow they are these
in the
days.
mail, still.
Yeah, it was, the stamps. What about you, Katie?
I think like my best memory.
Yeah, best memory.
I feel like if it's swimming, it's probably like my first world record. If it's just life, my wedding day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's-
Can't beat
okay,
it.
That tracks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So fun. Were you sang Busta Rhymes? Look at me now on the mic.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah.
I rap sometimes when I have
When what?
adult beverages. It's not good though.
It was great. My family loved it. Unedited
Yeah,
and all.
At your wedding.
Uh-huh.
Oh, nice.
Stories for another day. So, would you rather be followed by a band, so like a soundtrack, wherever you go, like you have a soundtrack to your life, or would you rather have somebody narrate your life?
Soundtrack.
Wow.
I would
Soundtrack.
be jamming. I would
Yeah.
have
I'd be
I have a
jamming.
lot more speeding tickets though.
You would.
What do you drive to?
Whatever.
Oh.
I actually every day when I get in the car and I'm driving, I put it on a different genre and just
Ooh.
listen to it.
Interesting.
But if I had to pick one, it's gonna be like old school hip hop and R&B.
Oh.
Love that. Love that. What about you, Rye?
Old school hip hop.
Yeah, you're the same. But you, like, are you still a fan of Lil Wayne?
Favorite rapper?
Yeah.
Yep.
You met him, right?
Multiple times.
Where's the collab?
You don't want to hear me. You don't want to hear me that. I'll leave that to him.
Really? We'll do it tonight. Yeah.
All right. We have to do a swim one. So, what is your biggest swim pet peeve?
I know mine.
As a coach,
You could do either as a swimmer or
I
a
mean,
coach.
as a coach, the only thing that can really come to mind is when, like, people, there's two, and they're kind of similar. Like, they're all based around a wall. And, like, when people are pushing off a wall to start a set or a swim, or say you're doing 1050s repeat, and they push off the wall, and they just aren't pushing off the wall with a whole lot of force. I'm like, push off the wall.
Yeah.
The other one, and maybe more so, is if they finish with their head up. Like freestyle finish and you're like that. I'm like, God, stop doing that.
Yeah.
I have a freshman this year that I told every single day, every day, put your head down, 100 times a day.
Has it gotten through to her?
She's like, I don't do it in the race. I'm like, you're gonna one time and you're gonna get beat because of it.
Yeah.
Those would be mine.
Yeah. Mine? I always hated when someone in practice said, I can't do this, I can't do it. I'm like, shut up, yes you can, just try it. I just hated that, I always hated it. And like if someone like cried in practice, I'm like,
Oh, jeez.
what? I'm like, come on.
What if they're upset?
Well,
It's just swimming.
it's swimming, exactly.
No croggling for you?
No, I think my biggest one is like after someone wins, I mean, if someone loses, they're upset. They're like pouting the rest of the day.
Like sore loser.
I hate that so much. I'm like, listen, this is a sport that we love to do. We're having fun doing it. Don't let it run your life. And I hate when people start letting it run their life and then they're miserable the whole day because they like lost. I'm like, whew. I gotta move myself away from this person.
Gotta remove myself.
Remove.
Yours was a lot deeper than mine. Mine is just like when you're at practice and somebody's on your feet. I'm like, just pass. Like, just go. Or like, and then you get to the wall and you're like, hey, do you want to go? And they're like, no, I'm good. I'm like,
Yeah, why?
Like,
You get
enjoy
that
the
draft.
ride.
Hey, you get that draft, yeah.
Yeah.
So you're the guy that's like, I'm good.
Oh, that drives me nuts.
Is that why you guys got split up?
I never touched the feet. I'd just be right behind and be like, this is so nice. I love this.
Same.
Mine was Sammy Saba. Like, the last reps
Yeah.
just would get so angry.
Do you see that a lot?
You see it more out of like a freshman who doesn't understand it yet.
Yeah.
But I love it. Well, I don't love it when it happens, but I can usually just sit back because, and it's probably this way at your alma mater too. But if somebody does that, the team is just like, immediately when it happens, they're like, whoa!
Yeah.
Why would you do that? Don't ever do that. And I'm like, yes.
You're like, I don't even need to do anything.
Yeah. I laugh. I love it. I actually like when it happens.
Yeah.
Because I know it's coming. I can see him. I'm like, oh, he's flying. Yeah. He's gonna get it.
Here it comes.
He's gonna get it.
Yeah.
As soon as they hit the wall, you call a timeout. Everybody's like, really?
Seriously?
You just did that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
That would drive me crazy.
Yeah.
All right, one more.
Yeah.
Are you out?
I don't. You do.
Oh, one more.
You can do it. Yeah.
Final question. What is your latest guilty pleasure?
Golf.
Golf. Oh, is that a guilty pleasure?
I maybe because I am taking away from family time
Oh.
when I do it. But my wife I am terrible, and I just started playing. I'm 47. I just started playing like a year ago. But it's the one time or one place that when I don't think about swimming at all.
Oh.
So I'm like, I have to do it. Because otherwise, I do love it so much. I love swimming and I love coaching so much that like I cannot turn my brain off. I'm at home at night at 10 o'clock and I'm like laying in bed and I'm like, Gretchen, don't breathe off the start off the breakout. That's it. So and it's still nobody makes me feel guilty, which is good. But
Yeah.
I could be working.
Yeah.
True.
But yeah, that's it.
Yeah. What about you, Rye?
Guilty pleasure?
Yeah.
Candy.
Candy.
Yeah, candy is a big one. I just can't stop eating candy.
Like what
I love
kind in
candy.
particular? Like all of it?
All of it.
Oh.
But you're
All
like a
of it.
Skittles, like Swedish fish guy.
Yeah, I'm like Skittles, Swedish fish, Starburst. I guess my biggest one would be pizza and wings.
Do you still do that every Friday?
Every Friday.
I knew it.
Wow.
I've had pizza and wings every Friday since I was 8 years old and missed it about maybe less than 10 times throughout my whole life.
That's impressive.
Wow.
And he was
Good for
probably
you.
like, yeah.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Why did you miss them? You were like at the Olympics or something,
Like
right?
I was traveling and like
Yeah.
on the plane they had no like pizza or something like crazy like that.
The nerve. No wings
Yeah.
available.
No
and-
wings available.
If you're like, in that potential
If I'm at the
situation,
Olympics
You're
in the
gonna find a
village,
way.
I will find pizza and wings somehow.
you find a way.
Wow. Every Olympics you found it?
Yep.
It's impressive.
Yeah.
So, are you going to be here Friday?
No. Hey, but I'll FaceTime you.
All
and
right.
We'll have pizza and wings together. I'll FaceTime you and we'll eat pizza and wings together.
I'm going to do it. Yeah. I'm going to join it.
You should.
Mine?
Yeah, what's yours?
I'm not telling
Why are
you
you
that one.
Oh, I
There's
know
just,
what
like-
yours is.
All right, so there's like, you know how there's AI on like Instagram and everywhere, but there's like, for some reason, my algorithm is serving me these like whales that have like barnacles on them, and like they just get like cleared off, and it's so satisfying.
It's like a whale goes to a
For
spa.
some reason, it's feeding
A whale
you that.
goes to a spa.
You've been searching for it, and you're like,
I've been searching for it, and the other last night, Beisel was like, "What are you watching?" I'm like, "It's just so like, it's just so satisfying."
No, it's because it's an orca whale, and the orca like pops up out of the ocean, and then there's like a bulldozer excavator, and the orca's like, ooh! You have to look this up.
Look it up. You're gonna appreciate
I
me.
could not believe my mind. There was, you know, those yellow like backhoe trucks, like you're walking
Yeah,
past a
like,
construction
like-
site, and it's like digging holes. It's digging the barnacles off the whale.
It's like clean. Then
You are so interesting.
Yeah.
I went vulnerable on that. I was gonna say like Perfect Match on Netflix, but I just went there. So yeah,
I'm glad you're owning it. It is
Yeah,
great.
I'm owning it.
I don't know if I have a guilty pleasure.
Oh,
I'm so
no guilty pleasures.
not one that I like actively participate in.
like shoes.
Shoot, no, I don't
Jewelry.
shop.
God, you're boring.
I'm so boring.
Except for that.
Except for that. That's the only thing that
I'm
keeps
trying to
me
think if I can
interesting.
like think of.
I know I do need to think about it. I'll get back to you because I know you're all dying to hear my answer.
I'm actually super dying to hear your
Yeah.
answer. Nothing like a show or music.
No,
or...
I don't like watch shows. I'm really super
Draw,
boring.
color, I don't know.
Coloring is my guilty pleasure.
All right,
Well,
well,
I really don't know.
That's
I don't
good.
know.
You
Maybe
got it.
like trips. Like I like to buy trips.
oh, okay.
Like I like to go
Like travel.
travel. Yeah.
Okay, I'll take
But
that.
I never feel guilty when I do it. So
Okay. We'll find one.
we'll find it. Yeah.
All right, well, we're wrapping up. I just want to say thank you guys so much. This was so much fun. This is everything that I had imagined. I want to thank you for stepping in and being here and coming here while you're also commentating at ESPN. Like, there's so much going on. You two for hopping in, and Mizuno as well, who was our presenting sponsor. And guys, we will be out there to talk and chat and take pictures and sign autographs. But yeah, just thank you for coming, and we hope you guys have an awesome night.
Thank you guys.